I just blame it on the government and the society. Processed food, processed situations, processed cops, processed situations, complications of the young black population, promoting ignorance but dissipating inspiration.
Crew TV, the Crew TV, it's the Crew TV.
Yeah, it's me, Cool LA ID, and I'm climbing with the Crew TV. What up?
Could you give us all of your social medias?
KU_LAID on Instagram and Twitter, KU-LAID on everything else, from Spotify to YouTube.
Sweet, sweet.
Yo, you on Spotify and YouTube, bro?
I'm on Spotify, iTunes,
iTunes?
Pandora got me. Pandora is the only one that keep on me. I'm on iTunes, Google Play, iMusic.
Now you know Google Play and iTunes one of like most popular ones, you know, right now that people, you know, especially kids listen to.
I'm on all that shit.
That's pretty
Tidal.
dope.
I'm on Tidal. I'm on iHeartRadio, the app. I'm on.
Hey, some artists can't even get on that stuff, so you know if you know
Just Google
how to
it.
get
Because
around,
they're
that's
lazy.
what's up.
Just
Only
Google.
because everybody. Well, if you got your shit in order, if you got all your business taken care of, you know all them shits.
That's dope.
All you gotta do is do it. Like,
Gotcha. What is the meaning of your name?
the meaning of my name. Well, as a kid, I used to get locked out the house for being a loner. So my mom would kick me outside to mingle with the kids, the other neighborhood kids, when I first moved to the west side from the east side. And I would always have a big cup filled with, well, they didn't know what it was at first, and they asked me like, damn, what's your cup always filled with? And I would be like, it's Kool-Aid. So they would be like, oh, you make some whack-ass Kool-Aid, it ain't shit. So I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. So we had like a competition with me and like 8 kids on the block. We had a competition of who make the best Kool-Aid, and I won by choice, or by, we voted, the parents voted, and they picked my Kool-Aid. It was a blind choice. And they picked my Kool-Aid to be the best. So, and they just started calling me Kool-Aid ever since. So I started running with it. So when I started rapping, it was like, by this time I was 22. So when I started rapping, people looked at me as a cool and laid back type of person. So I just changed the spelling up of the word Kool-Aid, because I didn't want to get sued by the drink. I still don't, so please don't sue me. Because in my mind, I was thinking about Eminem, because how he had his original name was Eminem, like M and M. So he was like, you don't want to, his people around him was like, you can't do that. This nigga actually had jogging suits with the Eminem candies on it, like back before everybody knew who he was. Like, so he had spelled it out like Eminem, so he just used that to spell it out. So I'm like, okay, I pronounced it out like Kool-Aid. I'm like, I pronounced it how people sell it. I spelled it how people pronounce it, and it's Kool-Aid the Entertainer.
Gotcha. Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from the east side of Detroit. I was born in Hustle Hospital. I spent like 5 years on the west side. I went to Mumford High School, but I grew up most of my life on the east side of Detroit, although people think I'm lying every time I say it.
So first off, I mean, I want to ask you how long you've been doing music, but first I want to ask you what inspired you to start doing music.
Damn, that's a new question. What inspired me to do music? At the end of the day, Soulja Boy.
Okay.
Not in a good way though. Like, I was like, well, damn, if he making shit out here like this, anybody can make music. So I was always a musical person growing up. Like, for instance, like of course my family being black, my family grew up in the church. So my mom, all the aunties, they were in a choir. My cousins and uncles played the drums in choir. So then when I didn't partake in any of that. Well, they forced me to join the choir when I was a kid, but that's neither here nor there. When I got to high school, I was in a marching band for 4 years. Shout out to Mumford High School, graduation '06.
Okay.
So when I was there, I played played snare drum, and I also learned how to play the bass drum and a tenor. And then during my senior year of high school, I learned how to play the trumpet. And then I started making beats with my roommate Morgan Trice at University of Detroit Mercy in at the end of 2006, 2007. But I wasn't really that good. He was the one that would make beats, and I would just like add on stuff. And I've actually made a couple like solo beats, but I wouldn't share them with the world. Well, if you paid me to, I might. But so after that, years passed. I would just like, I was actually, I'm gonna be the truth, I wasn't going nowhere with my life. I fell into the trap of being one of them just statistical ass niggas in the hood getting high. So we would just get high in my friend's car, and one day he started playing a beat and I just started rapping over it. And they all thought it was funny because me, I don't rap, and two, I was just saying some funny ass shit. So a dude that I met when I was like 19, Rico, he years later, he built a homemade studio in his crib. It was like a microphone hanging from the chandelier and an old ass open fucking PC. Like that shit was so fucking slow. We was using fucking Adobe Edition. Like most niggas don't even know what the fuck that is. We was using Adobe Edition,
I know what that is.
right, to record songs and shit. So he had one day he had made a post on Facebook. He was looking for somebody to write a chorus to some verses that he wrote to a beat, and I had just got fired from Wendy's. So I was like, man, fuck it, I'm not doing shit else with my life. Why not? So I wrote. It took me about a whole day to write the shit, honestly, for about 6 bars with a couple repeats, with 2 repeats. But it took me like literally all day to write that shit. But I went over there, recited it to him, he liked it, and I've been recording, writing music ever since. And that was in 2011.
Okay, sweet, sweet. We see that you call yourself Kool-Aid the Entertainer.
Yes.
Why is that? Is there other things that you got your hands in?
Yes. Well, the first and foremost reason is because there are other Kool-Aids in the city. Shout out to Kool-Aid the comedian. Shout out to AVY Kool-Aid. And there's another party promoter named Kool-Aid. I haven't met him yet, but I just heard about him. So I named myself Kool-Aid the Entertainer because primarily I do music, but I also like to dibble and dab in comedy as well as acting. I have my own clothing brand, and I also make clothes for other people. So, and plus I cook and do massage therapy. So everything under that, like I entertain people for a living. Okay. So that's why I had it. And then at the same time, I always liked how Cedric the Entertainer set himself apart from the crowd by labeling himself Cedric the Entertainer.
Got you.
Like, so I was like, cool, the Entertainer. I'm like, no other rapper did that shit before. So bang, I'm Kool-Aid the Entertainer.
Got you. I like it. It suits you.
Thank you.
Especially if you're doing like multiple things,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
You won't just be looked at as just a rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I hate
saying?
when people, oh, you're a rapper. Because rappers get such a negative outlook.
Right.
Not saying that I'm shying away from the stereotypes, but I just want to change the way people look at rappers.
Got you. Where do you see yourself 5, maybe 10 years from now?
5 years, I want to be on top of the fucking world, on top of the charts, #1 and #2. I want to have a #1 and a #2 at the same goddamn time, and I want to be featured on the third one. So on on the billboards. But in serious note, that is an actual goal. But I just want to be in a position to where I can better my family's situation. I want to use my voice because right now it's like I feel like it's not a bad vibe going through rap music, but it's like not a positive vibe. Like if you really listen to it, people are influencing you to disintegrate yourself, basically, to degeneralize, to desensitize the body. Like, so, you know, they want to, like, it's a good song, but, you know, the Percocet song, like the Percocet movement, the lean movement, the on the road, like popping pills, and you gotta be on the road selling drugs to make it as a living. I'm just trying to deter all that. I'm trying to give people, because I know it's a lot of people that fuck with that music, but at the same time, I know it's people out there that's like, well, damn, I'm not that type of person. Mm-hmm. Even though half the people that's listening to it, not that type of people either. They just like the hype and the way it sounds. But I'm just trying to bring a more positive vibe and a more business-minded structure to the music industry, to where I can just better everybody who listens or come in contact with me. And I want to also I want to do music for about 5 years. Like I want a Billboard chart, and I want to do music consistently and nothing but music for at least 5-6 years. And then once I'm to a certain satisfaction level, I wouldn't even call it satisfaction level. Once I felt I've made an impact, I want to venture off into doing more acting, more comedy, more clothing, more fashion. I actually want to be a fitness model too. I always had dreams of being an underwear model because females always told me I look good in underwear. And I looked in the mirror, they're not lying. So, so I also want to be like a fitness model. I just want to become a whole complete brand, Kool-Aid the Entertainer. So I want to do across everything that has to do anything with entertainment. I want to have my hand in just about anything.
Gotcha. Have you ever thought about giving up on music?
I think about giving up on music every day of my life. I even think about it in the middle of songs when I get frustrated. Like, man, why the fuck am I even doing this shit? Like, but then I also have to remember why I'm doing it, to put people that I know and people around me in a better situation, and then at the same time to educate the public. I say so, like I consider myself a good balance, as Charlemagne's quoted, not for me but himself, but a balance between ratchetness and righteousness. Like, of course, I grew up around all the ratchet shit, but I also have the mindset to look past it and know what I want out of life, and know, you know what I'm saying, the difference between being busy and being productive. So what I want to do, I just want to open people's eyes. Wait, what was the question? before
Have you thought about giving up?
Oh yes. So I
You want to open people's eyes?
yeah. So to open people's eyes to different aspects of life. So that's why I don't give up. I can't give up, even though I want to every day. But the time, the sacrifices, the relationships I lost, the parties I never went to, the females I never fucked, the jobs I never had, the jobs I quit, all because of this music shit. I just can't. There's no way that I can look back and just give that shit up now. If I do, I would have to kill myself.
Got you. Got you. You sacrificed a lot, pretty much.
Yes.
If you could choose any song that you have that's out right now, which one would be your favorite?
That's out.
Yeah.
See, that's difficult because I really don't like. Okay, I have 5 projects currently out. As far as I have 4 mixtapes on DatPiff and officialkoolaid.com.
You got anything on live mixtapes?
I don't think so. I'm not sure, but I don't.
Yeah.
I probably put my raw mixtape on there, but at the same time, I cannot fully remember. I remember going to the site, but DatPiff was just like doing me so much justice at the time. So,
oh yeah.
But then I had an EP that's released everywhere else digitally in all digital markets. So that's 5 projects. And then now I don't listen to my music that's out. I only listen to the stuff that I don't have released, which is close to 100 songs. So I have a project, Urban Art, that I'm set to release as soon as I buy all the beats within the next month. It has 10 tracks on it. So after them 10 tracks, I still have 83 songs unreleased that I'm listening to right now. So to go back and Gas, let's just say Gas.
Okay, so
Gas.
if it's not, is it out or
Yes,
it's coming out?
Gas is my favorite song because everybody else likes it. Gas was shot, Super Ray shot it, so it's on his channel as well as mine. It's also on all digital platforms. It was on my latest project, the Drive Through EP, which features comedian J Will. Shout out J Will, Hot 1075. So yeah, Gas would have to be my favorite song because of the flow that I put on there. The way it came together, it was magical. Like I came up with the verse, and my homie came over. Shout out to comedian GQ. He came over to smoke, so he pulled up. I recited the verse to him. I'm like, but I don't have a chorus. So he's like, all right, say it again. So I did it. He was like, blowing on some gas. I'm like, shut up. Don't say nothing else. And well, he probably gave me like 2 more bars, and I just wrote the rest of the chorus right there, and it just came flawless, and it was a nice song, and people like it, and I like it. So that, I guess, would have to be my favorite. Damn, although Nights Like This was cold as fuck too, with me and Danny Mills. You're just gonna have to listen to the Drop 3 EP, and
Cool.
but I think Gas is my favorite track out to date. But don't quote me on this.
Alright. If you could travel anywhere for your first show, where would you be?
Like somewhere international. Maybe you've been international before.
No.
Have you been out of,
So somewhere
out of the country?
Unfortunately, but I do see another reason that ties back to Gas, which is why I picked it as my favorite. Is everybody else's favorite? I've networked with a DJ. The guy that I've been networking with DJs via social media, emails, blase splees. So I met this one guy. He was from Moscow, Russia, and he been spinning my songs in the clubs in Moscow, and he's building a nice buzz in Moscow for the song Gas. And just recently they had a opening.
That's in Russia, right?
Yeah.
Got you.
So they had an opening
cool.
in a Nike store in East Moscow. It was the biggest Nike. It is the biggest Nike store in Europe, and they had my song playing in the background. Like he was DJing the song and they was playing it. So I think I would want to go to Russia, Moscow, but also I have homies in London. I also want to do a show in Amsterdam, Tokyo. I always wanted to go to Tokyo, and I also wanted to do in West Africa. So, like, I just want to go on a world tour for my first tour, like, and hit all of them. But as far as first, I couldn't say a first, but out of them options, anyone could be my first and I could be satisfied.
That's pretty dope, bro. Last question. Gotta know any upcoming projects, and after that, of course, you know you gotta spit at least a couple bars for YouTube. If you don't want to, it's cool.
That's cool. Upcoming projects, it's called Urban. I've been through a couple names. I've solidified Urban Arts. It's coming out. I don't have a release date, but as soon as I finish buying the beats, I'm gonna take it to DJ Brown, have it mixed and mastered, and you guys will have it ASAP. So that's coming out with. I'm gonna give myself a deadline right here, right now. This is exclusive. I'm about to give myself a deadline when Urban Arts is releasing. Let's say, where the fucking watch is dead. What Saturday is after September 11th? That's the Saturday I'm dropping my shit. The Saturday after September 11th.
After
so
September
I'm gonna look that shit up and
All right.
post it. But I'm always releasing music. If you follow me on YouTube, KU-LAID, I've just actually released a video yesterday. It's called Can't Do. I released a video 2 weeks ago. It was called I'm Here for the Money. And I released a video 3 weeks before that. I can't remember which one it was. You're just gonna have to go on my YouTube and find out. I have 12 videos out, so go look at them.
Dope.
So that's the next project. And then, like I said, I drop singles. I drop just random tracks, just randomly, just to keep people entertained until I drop my project. So that's where the last 2 videos came from. And I also dropped another song on my SoundCloud. It was called Soho. That was actually a wonderful track.
Soho.
Yes. So yes, always releasing new music and content. So just stay on the lookout for me. KU_LAID.
Kool-Aid.
The Entertainer.
Kool-Aid, you already know, man. Before we close this thing out, about 16 bars. However you want to do it, let us know.
Whatever you want.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's me, cool, LAID. What's the dilly? Wanna know what really kills me? Can't really be myself without people looking at me silly. Feeling like a hillbilly in a room full of niggas. They say the D is so chilly when my flow is chinchilla. De-developed to a primate cause my shit just gorilla. Can we all just get along? Hell no, gold figure after the gold nigga. That's who we turn out to be. I just blame it on the government and the society. Processed food, processed situations. Processed cops, processed situations. Complications of the young black population. Promoting ignorance but dissipating inspiration. Lacking motivation. no more mental stimulation. It's all a brainwash, so I keep my mind filthy. I say I don't believe in God, now they wanna kill me. I gotta show the younger generation how to really get it. How you tryna be a rapper? You can't even write a sentence. I'm using ink for the benches. I coming straight at you niggas and bitches like a bukkake. How dare a nigga to stop me? Harlan Jordans in your body got you resembling zombie. All the niggas that feel it standing right behind me, they trembling, getting rocky. My adrenaline, they got me cocking. I feeling like they should watch me like a white boy from Malibu. Nigga with an attitude. Boy, I'm a beast, not even the same animal. Feeling like a cannibal every time I'm on that cannabis, lighting up just like halogen, sicker than any pathogen. Moving forward, never panicking. You standing still like a mannequin. I gotta get the cash, and if it means I gotta drag it in, I'm riding with a shooter. I ain't talking about the cameraman, goddamn it, man. Get the fuck out my way just like an ambulance. I didn't come to dance, I came to get blowed. I came to get throwed, I came to mac hoes, I came to talk shit. You came with my kicks, you sang with my whip, you sang when I dip. You saying I'm not the shit, well I'm not convinced. You know somebody better show me evidence. How to everybody that you know, I'm the closest one to excellence, no emphasis. I'm so relentless every time I spit this shit ridiculous.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Of course, we thank you so much for climbing with the crew. Go ahead and exit the building.
Yeah, it's me cool LAID, and I'm climbing with the crew, my baby. You should too.
What's good, crew? It's your girl Ching.
And it's your boy Ace.
Yeah, it's me cool LAID,
And we're climbing with the crew TV.
Bitch.
Huh?
Oh, wow.